they prepare to rise at this flight of hurdles. Kilbrick and Storm once again didn't spend any time in the air, was very, very slick over that in the red colours. He's being followed on the inside by Welsh Saint, and between runners is Copper Gone West. Tout est Permis is next in the field, followed by Stony Mountain on the inside, and then Chatelouille, who's getting closer right through on the inside of Side of Berlay. Dingo Dollar spreading out a little bit wide. That one is being followed into the home straight by a Great View, who's racing alongside the Storyteller, and after the Storyteller, Guitar Pete. Next in the field is Third Wind, who's made one or two mistakes. Towards the inside at the moment, Relegate, still being read in very, very patiently indeed by Paul Townend, and only has a couple behind. Still the back marker is Rocket Lad as they race on now towards flight number 6, and it is Kansas City Chief who leads the way by a couple of lengths. Tavares Park, who made a slight mistake, taking it in second position. Towards the outside in third is Royal Thief, and then in the inside, Welsh Saint is racing in fourth. Kilbrick and Storm in fifth, and Copper Gone West is in sixth. You know what I mean, Harry, is 4 wide and racing in seventh position. Eighth towards the inside is Stony Mountain. That one is then being followed by Sunset Showdown, and then Rapper around the outside, and wider still is Dingo Dollar. Then the Storyteller, just better than midfield, followed by Side of Berlay and Chatelouille right through on the inside. Next is Dreamberry. Dreamberry is then being followed by a Great View. After a Great View, out very wide is Fred the Foot. After Fred the Foot, still quite wide out on the track is Third Wind as they go over the first flight, taken down the back, at which Chatelouille made a mistake, and also rather slow over that was Guitar Pete, who was ridden away from it. Scandiberg is now last, the main body of the field. Relegate still last but 3 as they go over the second flight, taken down the back, and Side of Berlay hit that flight very hard, immediately ridden along by Barry Geraghty. So it is Kansas City Chief on the inside, being tackled now by Royal Thief. Those are the first 2. Rapper took it in third, was far more fluent. Burrows Park, who took it in fourth. Kilbrick and Storm in fifth, and Welsh Saint making ground through on the inside. You know what I mean, Harry is next, followed by Stony Mountain, and then out very wide Dingo Dollar, who's been pushed along for the first time, and now they begin to climb towards the top of the hill. They're going towards the third from home in the Temps Network final, and it is still Kansas City Chief and Tom Scudamore who have got the lead. Rapper to the outside jumped it in second position, and then over in third was Royal Thief. There's a break of a couple of lengths then to Copper Gone West on the outside of Welsh Saint and Kilbrick and Storm. You know what I mean, Harry. Then Stony Mountain, who is on the inside of Sunset Showdown, as now they begin to make the run down the hill. Chatelouille and Side of Berlay is next to the field. Dingo Dollar is losing ground. Tout est Permis is trying to pick up on the heels of Fred the Foot as they race inside the final half mile with just 2 more flights of hurdles to take. Kansas City Chief still leads by 3 parts of a length to Royal Thief, racing in second, just had to come off heels. Rapper got a nudge, then towards the outside is the mare Copper Gone West. Towards the inside, Welsh Saint, Kilbrick and Storm. You know what I mean, Harry, and Fred the Foot out wide. Tout est Permis is next to the field, followed by Sunset Showdown, and they're over the second from home, at which at the back of the field, Rocket Lad was pulled up, tailed off Dingo Dollar, so too tailed off is Burrows Park. They're making the turn for home, and it's Rapper and Richard Johnson who now go for home. Rapper goes on. Copper Gone West has been very quickly pulled up in the home straight, so it's Rapper out in front to Kansas City Chief in second. The grey is Tout est Permis towards the outside. Last year's winner, Side of Berlay, with every chance. The Storyteller has cruised into contention towards the other side. Relegate from a long way back, now on the heels of Third Wind, who is staying on. Tout est Permis, the Storyteller, and over on the far side, Side of Berlay. These 3 will rise in the air together. The Storyteller just emerges with the lead. On the far side, Side of Berlay in second. Side of Berlay now comes alongside. He's going to claim his second win in the Protect as they race up towards the line. A 5th win of the festival for Gordon Elliott.
Market suspend.
Jumping, fence number 1, Frodon Fluent, that's his trademark. Brilliant jumping. Frodon by a length and a half to Min. Shattered Love on the outside, also wide is Aso, Aputard on the inside as they jump the second. And then Duke de Geneva. Riders on the Storm just got caught behind Aputard there at the back of the field. San Calvados being restrained early on. Soon on to the third fence. Frodon on the inside of Min, both taking it well. From Shattered Love in third place, the mare. Then Aso, last year's runner-up, in fourth place on the outside in the blinkers for the first time. Aplutar is back on the inside then from San Calvados. Duke de Ginevra and Riders on the Storm are the last 2. Swinging the bottom left-hander. And when they turn, they'll have a line of 4 fences to jump. And it's last year's hero, Frodon, that leads the way. So Min in second place. Just a half length down. Shattered Love out wide on the extreme left is ASO as they jump the next plain fence. Aplutar just tracking the leaders from Shattered Love. Duke de Geneva, the grey on the outside, and Riders on the Storm tucked away up the inner. On to the next. Frodon pressed by Min, and they landed pretty much together there. Shattered Love on the near side with ASO in the blue and white jacket, and almost four in line as they continue on towards the next plain fence. Min pressing Frodon. So too Shattered Love. And on the outside, ASO. Aplutar in behind them. And Min taking over there. Frodon just losing his position at that fence. And now on the outside, ASO probably just taking a narrow turn into the lead from Shattered Love and Min. Frodon up the inside, Aplutar. Then Duke de Geneva, followed by San Calvados and Riders on the Storm. So swinging in front of the stands, Frodon in a share of fourth place now with Aplutar on his outside as they make their way to the back straight. Min, the inside of Shattered Love and ASO. These racing line abreast. Aplutar wide of Frodon up the running rail. San Calvados still weighted together with Duke de Geneva, and now Riders on the Storm has been manoeuvred off the inside by Sam Twiston Davis. At the downhill fence, Min touching down maybe just in front. ASO for company. Shattered Love in between the pair as they move on towards the water. Frodon's just in behind them with Aplutar. So here is the water jump now. And Min is going to lift off just ahead there. Min from Shattered Love, ASO, and now on towards an open ditch. Aplutar close up towards the outside. Frodon up the inside at this open ditch. Min a bold leap there. They're all safely over. On to another plain fence, and then they'll be racing uphill. And it's Min from Shattered Love with ASO on the outside. Aplutar, Frodon in behind them. Then Duke de Geneva, San Calvados still held up together at the back with Riders on the Storm. They swing the left-hander and now on to this open ditch going up the hill. Min on the inside of Shattered Love. Min into it and met it perfectly from Shattered Love. Frodon over just third. Aplutar, ASO feeling the pinch a little on the outside. Gets a couple of slaps down the neck there from Charlie Deutsch. On to the next plain fence. This is 5 out. Min over, touches down a half length in front from Shattered Love. Aplutar was just nudged into the bridle on landing there. Frodon on his inside. San Calvados, Duke de Geneva, Riders on the Storm, and ASO has dropped away. Slightly downhill to the next. This is 4 out. Min comes in to take it. Flicks through the top. They're safely over. It's Min who leads in the Ryanair chase as they begin the run now. Downhill towards the third last. Min on the inside of Shattered Love. Aplutar coming there strongly on the outside. Frodon in behind. Right up the inner in the noseband is San Calvados. The grey Duke de Geneva as they jump 3 out. Min, Shattered Love. Down is Riders on the Storm. Riders on the Storm, the faller, went on the outside. Heading on towards the final turn. Min still leading. Aplutar, Shattered Love coming under pressure. San Calvados with a bit of an effort round the inside. Then Frodon and Duke de Geneva. It's Min by about a neck to Aplutar. San Calvados is tracking them as they race on now towards the second last. Frodon at one pace needs to find a bit more. Min picks up well at the second last. A big jump. Aplutar second. San Calvados trying to get up the far rail as they race on towards the final fence. Min now chased by San Calvados. Min and San Calvados at the last. San Calvados fluffed it. Min leads the way. San Calvados and Aplutar up the hill. It's Min by a length and a half. San Calvados is trying to renew his effort on the outside. Min from San Calvados up towards the line. 50 yards to go. Min is hanging on grimly to win the Ryanair from San Calvados.
Straighten up to the start, and they're off. For the Paddy Power
Market suspended. Market in play.
Into the early lead. At the other end of the field, it's Penhill and Bacardi's who are dropped right out the back. On the outside, Donna's Diamond. On the inside, Apple's Jade, and these two taking each other on as they fly over the first. Our Stillen was over in third position. And then on the outside is Somerville Boy, who's racing in fourth, followed by To Be Fair, in 5th position in the very early stages. Paisley Park then towards the inner, holding a midfield position as they crossed over that second flight, and they all jumped it well. And now it is Apple's Jade who is establishing a clear lead. She's gone clear by 4 lengths as they crossed over flight number 3, which means the back marker, Penhill, who's been pulled up. Penhill trailed his hind legs through that flight, and he has been immediately pulled up by Paul Townend. So the previous winner back in 2018 is out of the contest, and Apple's Jade takes them to the top of the hill. Clear by 5 lengths to Donna's Diamond racing in second and Arse Dillon in third. Somerville Boy on the outside will rise in 4th position. Paisley Park on the inside was over in 5th, and To Be Fair is racing in 6th. Listener Oscar is 7th towards the top of the hill, followed by West Approach and then Lammy Surge. And Lammy Surge is being followed by Emmy Tom as now they begin the descent for the first time. Bacardi's now is the back marker and must be fully 20 lengths off the leader. Also, the Jam Man is right out the back of the field together with Ronald Pump as Apple's Jade aggressively comes down the hill for the first time. She's still clear by an uncontested 5 lengths. To on the outside, racing in second, Donna's Diamond. On the inside, Arse Dillon in third, and Somerville Boy is racing in 4th. Paisley Park towards the inside of To Be Fair in a dispute of 5th and 6th, with Listener Oscar towards the outside. They're followed by West Approach and then City Island. City Island just in advance of Emmy Tom. Then Lammy Surge, who's on the inside. Ronald Pump, the Jam Man, and still the back marker is Bacardi's as the field make the turn into the home straight for the first time. Certainly lit up by the blinkers. It's Apple's Jade and Richard Johnson still clear as they come up towards the halfway point. Flight number 6 will be next in the Paddy Power Stayers Hurdle, and Apple's Jade still has this clear lead. It's around about 8 lengths to Arse Dillon, who moves to into second, and then in third is Donna's Diamond as Apple's Jade now rises at flight number 6, and she stood off it. Arse Dillon was over in second, and then Donna's Diamond made a mistake. Somerville Boy, and then To Be Fair. Paisley Park is on the inside, followed by Listener Oscar and Emmy Tom, and then West Approach creeping through on the inside of City Island as they make the climb towards the back straight. Lammy Surge is then on the inside, followed out a little bit wider by Ronald Pump, who's got a couple behind. The Jam Man is last but one, and Bacardi's is still last of the 14 who remain in the Stayers Hurdle. They've gone through halfway, and Apple's Jade still has a clear lead at some 8 to 10 lengths as she comes down into the wings of flight number 7. Apple's Jade slightly away to her right. Arse Dillon was over in second. Somerville Boy was over in third. A couple of them come off the bit at that point. City Island got a shake of the reins. Paisley Park, though, still going well on the inside. He is in 5th position as they go over the second one down the back. And it's Apple's Jade still the leader. A mistake at that flight by the Jam Man, who is still towards the rear of the field. So they continue their journey over the 9th. Apple's Jade again slightly right-handed over that. Emmy Tom didn't get very high at flight number 9. And Apple's Jade now for the first time begins to come back to the field. The lead is down to 6 lengths to Arse Dillon, who raced in second. Somerville Boy is in third. Listener Oscar around the outside in 4th. Paisley Park on the inside in 5th. Emmy Tom is racing in 6th position. Followed then in 7th by To Be Fair, who's on the inside of City Island as they go over the 3rd from home. Then Ronald Pump trying to improve towards the outside. Total tailed off now is Donna's Diamond. So they're entering the final 3/4 mile, and now Apple's Jade can get in a breather. She's still got a lead of 8 lengths and now begins to freewheel down the hill. Arse Dillon is sent in pursuit in second. For the first time, Paisley Park comes off the bit. He hits that flat spot, gets a shake of the reins by Aidan Coleman, but immediately he picks it up again. Listener Oscar now making ground around the outside. He's getting more vigorous now on Paisley Park. He's dropped back to 5th position, but Apple's Jade's coming back to them. Arse Dillon, Listener Oscar, and towards the outside, Somerville Boy. Next to the field is Paisley Park, Emmy Tom, followed by City Island, and then Ronald Pump. To Be Fair, and Bacardi's and Lammy Surge towards the outside as they got over the second from home. And it's Apple's Jade who still has the lead as they're about to make the turn down into the home straight. Listener Oscar is right there on the outside in second. On the inside, Somerville Boy, followed by Ronald Pump, and then Paisley Park trying to pick up. Bacardi's now is smuggled into the race by to pick up towards the far side. It is now Listergar Oscar and Adam Wedge who goes the lead. The Cardies and Ronald Pump, Somerville Boy, To Be Fair, Paisley Park and Emmy Tom inside the final furlong. The final flight of the Stayers Hurdle. Listergar Oscar led by a length and a half. Ronald Pump was over in second. Emmy Tom, the Cardies, Somerville Boy, Paisley Park has now seen his championship go inside the final half furlong. Listergar Oscar is out in front, and Listergar Oscar has to
Ben Dundee, then Louis Vac Pouch and Vision de Flow out wide Royal Village as they jump the next, and they're safely over with Spirit of the Games just being pushed along on landing there on the inside of Robin de Foray. A circuit to go, fence in front of the stands, and Syrah de Lac is over first. Simply the Best just went through that in second. Imperial Presence is next, along with Highway 101. Then Springtown Lake and La Bagoua and Death Duty with Happy Diva on the inside. Live, Love, Laugh, and behind those is Mr. Whitaker. Royal Village is out wide in the red and yellow hoops from Snow Falcon. Ben Dundee, Dayranda Carjat, Vision de Flow Blazer. Charmont, then Louis Vac Pouch and Old Grangewood round the inside from Not Another Muddle. And further back, Porto Rico, Spirit of the Games, and slightly detached is Robin de Foray. Into the back straight and on to the next. Slightly downhill here. Syrah de Lac and Lizzie Kelly trying to repeat last year's win from Simply the Bets, and we've lost one there. Blazer was hampered, and it looked like Royal Village was the faller. Syrah de Lac from on the inside, Simply the Bets. Close up, Imperial Presence, La Bagoua going well under Richard Johnson, maroon sleeves. Out wide is Highway 101. Then Death Duty and Happy Diva and Live, Love, Laugh. And they're followed by Mr. Whitaker and Springtown Lake, who's lost one or two places. They clear, and La Bagoua has gone there and brings Live, Love, Laugh almost to a standstill. That one badly hampered. So La Bagoua out of the race. Over the next plain one, Syrah de Lac from Simply the Bets, Imperial Presence, and then on the outside, Highway 101, Happy Diva is in fifth place from Death Duty. Dayranda Carjat round the inside, Mr. Whitaker, Springtown Lake as they now jump an open ditch. Syrah de Lac came up well again for Lizzie Kelly, leads by a couple of lengths to Simply the Bets and Imperial Presence, and then Highway 101 and Happy Diva on the inside. Death Duty, the well-back Death Duty getting into it, the maroon and white jacket as they jump the next plain one. Then Mr. Whitaker, Not Another Muddle is further back. So racing now at the top of the hill, and it's still Syrah de Lac, followed by Highway 101. Simply the Bets right round the inside all the way here under Gavin Sheehan. Imperial Presence, Death Duty, Happy Diva, Live, Love, Laugh is trying to get back into it. It'd be remarkable if he can get into the race after being very badly hampered by the fall from La Bagoua. Then Ben Dundee and Old Grangewood making ground on the inside in a pink jacket. Louis Vac Pouch, and then further back Springtown Lake, and then Spirit of the Games as they jump the third last. Syrah de Lac over from in second, Simply the Bets. Happy Diva round the inside of Imperial Presence. Out wide, Death Duty. Mr. Whitaker in the green jacket. Live, Love, Laugh, and then Ben Dundee and Old Grangewood and Louis Vac Pouch and Snow Falcon running on from the back. Homeward bound, Simply the Bets drives up the inside of Syrah de Lac. Happy Diva is on their tail. They're followed by Mr. Whitaker, Death Duty, Imperial Presence. Ben Dundee is staying on well from the back with Live, Love, Laugh on the outside. Two out, Syrah de Lac has gone. Syrah de Lac ploughed through it. Imperial Presence brought down. It's Simply the Bets now from Happy Diva. Away from Mr. Whitaker and Ben Dundee and Old Grangewood. At the final fence, Simply the Bets had to shorten. Happy Diva alongside on landing. Then Mr. Whitaker, followed by Old Grangewood and Ben Dundee. Richard Patrick sending the mare Happy Diva, but Simply the Bets is running on very gamely on the far side and finds more. And the favourite forges ahead. Simply the Bets goes on to win. Happy Diva,
Market suspended.
Third, Mr. Whitaker. Old Grangewood back in fourth. Tied for fifth between Ben Dundee
with Red Archangel. Last but one, Lathaline is also towards the rear of the field together with Vienna Court. On the long run now before they cross over flight number 2. And on the inside, Cole Reevy has a share of the lead with Minella Melody racing in a close second. Anna Benina in the star jacket is out wide in third with Rhythm Divine on the inner in fourth. Floressa is in the next wave Wave, together with Fort Worth, Texas. On that one's outside is Time to Chill. Time to Chill is then being followed by Ord Owen, and then on the wide outside is Emma's Joy as they prepare to rise at flight number 2. And on the inside, it's Cole Reevy, who may just about touch down in front as they skip over that flight. A little bit slow in the last third was Dol Cheetah, but she's just slightly worse than midfield. Red Archangel is now the back marker, full of surprises, is now last but one, and they make the run towards the back straight. And it's now Rachel Blackmore and Minella Melody who have gone on. On the inside, Cole Reevy racing in second. Anna Benina on the outside is in third. And a break of a length and a half back to Rhythm Divine, who races on the inside in fourth, with Mount Ida in fifth for company. Then Fort Worth, Texas, and Time to Chill, who races towards the outside. Floressa works towards the inner. These are then being followed by Rosie and Millie as they go over the first of the flights taken down the back straight, and they're all safely over and now relegated to last, full of surprises once again. La Feline is also still towards the rear. Rainer's World, another one who's dropped right to the back of the pack. They go over flight number 4. The two leaders locked together are Minella Melody, who races on the inside of Anna Benina. Racing just a length and a half off them is Cole Reevy on the inside. The orange jacket then of Fort Worth, Texas, who's creeping closer, followed by Time to Chill and also Mount Ida. Floressa then is on the inside, followed by Rhythm Divine, and then the quarter jacket of Rosie and Millie. Working a little bit wider is White Hot Philly Chili, who's getting a little bit closer, followed by Ord Owen. Then very wide is Emma's Joy, Dol Cheetah, and then on the inside is Midnight's Gift. After Midnight's Gift, last year's runner-up Concertista. Concertista's being followed by Vienna Court, and then trying to make places Red Archangel as they go over the flight taken right over on the far side of the track. Get Away to the Rock has dropped back to be last but one. The back marker now is Rainer's World, full of surprises, is still towards the rear of the field, and also La Feline, and now they go into that top turn. 3/4 of a mile to go, but only 2 flights of hurdles to take, with Anna Benina around the outside of Minella Melody. These are the first 2. And then Fort Worth, Texas, and out very wide is Time to Chill. On the inside, Cole Reeva is followed by Mount Ida. Then Rosie and Millie is next in their field. They're then being followed by Floressa, who is towards the inside. Yukon Lil is making ground on the wide outside, White Hot Chili Philly. These are then being followed into the race by Concertista, who's racing alongside Dol Cheetah. Then ridden on the inner is Midnight's Gift as they rise at the second from home. Minella Melody just had the lead over that. Over in second, Time to Chill, with on the inside Cole Reevy. Around the outside in the hoop jacket, White Hot Chili Philly, who is there with every chance, and so too is Rosie and Millie. Just in behind them then is Mount Ida with Yukon Lil. On the outside, Dol Cheetah, and then the green jacket staying off of Concertista, and they're racing down now towards the final flight. Another one picking up very wide now is Ord Owen. They've still got a furlong and a half to go, and it's Dol Cheetah who springs the lead in the hands of Robbie Power. Over on the far side is Concertista, now in second, and Concertista has quickened up the best, coming down towards the final flight. Concertista lands in front for Daryl Jacob. In second, Dol Cheetah. In third, over that was Cole Reevy, and they've got another half furlong to go. She may well have been runner-up last year, but she's emphatically going to win the 2020 renewal. It is Concertista.
Market suspended.
All over the first fence with Ardlethan, the back marker, just behind Go Another One. On to the second, and Bob Marler now comes through to press the pace. Stood off it as well from Thomas Patrick. And then towards the outside, getting handy, is One Star in the yellow jacket, goes second behind Thomas Patrick. Bob Marler third, Kilfillan Cross, and then Cabaret Queen in the white in fifth place on the running rail. The King's Writ in dark blue sleeves then from the Young Master, a couple of lengths or so back to Cloth Cap and Like the Sound. Just a Sting, and then behind those Plan of Attack, followed by LeBroy about halfway down the field on the inside of Deus Arbor, and then further back Flying Angel from Finger on the Switch, and then Milan Native. Cuda Panso behind those as they jump the first in the back straight. They're all safely over towards the rear. Militarian at this stage. Also Champagne Platinum. Go Another One towards the back as well. And Ardlethan and Le Musée, the rank outside of the field, is in last place as they cleared the water jump. And they're well strung out with one style on the outside of Thomas Patrick, now breaking clear of the field at this open ditch. One style landing in front there. Bob Marler reaching for it in third place from Kilfillan Cross and Cabaret Queen on the inside. The young master behind those from Like the Sound quickly onto the next plain one. One style and Thomas Patrick safely over. They've all cleared it. Lebroy at the moment halfway down the field, blue and pink jacket towards the inside, worn by Jamie Codd. As they head to an open ditch, Thomas Patrick and One Style in the air together, and they're a good 8 lengths clear of Bob Marler over in second place. Back in the field, Go Another One made a mistake there. Ardlethan is some way off the gallop as they climb towards another plain fence. And Thomas Patrick and One Style are safely over Bob Marler. Cabaret Queen wasn't too quick over that one in 4th or 5th place. As they reach the top of the hill, the Musée continues at the rear of the field. So Thomas Patrick and One Style are clear from Bob Marler back in third, Cabaret Queen, and then Kilfillan Cross as they jump this next plain fence. Plan of Attack's on the outside. Back in the field, Go Another One has gone and hampers Le Musée. Go Another One out of the race. Johnny Barry on the deck, down the hill. And so it's Thomas Patrick and One Style. Horse and rider are up safely, I'm pleased to report. Bob Marler tracking them in third, Cabaret Queen on the inside, Kilfillan Cross. They're followed then up the inner by Cloth Cap in a green cap just behind the young master. The King's Writ in those dark blue sleeves, and Plan of Attack is wider in blue and green sleeves. Then further back in the white cap on the outside is Deus Arbor, the outside of Like the Sound, Justice Sting and Lebroy up the inner. And then Milan Native further back in the field, in the second half of the field on the left in the noseband is Finger on the Switch, Flying Angel, Fitzhenry, then Militarian, Ardlethan, Champagne Platinum, Cuda Panso. On to the next, Thomas Patrick and One Style. One Style, Thomas Patrick as they stream over that plain fence. Le Musée continuing in last place just behind Cuda Panso. On to the next, the fence in front of the stands, and One Style is going to jump it in front. A good jump, better jump than Thomas Patrick in second, who's joined by Cabaret Queen. Then Bob Marler fourth, followed by the young master, the King's Red and Kilfillan Cross. On the inside, Cloth Cap from Justice Sting, and then Plan of Attack. Like the Sound further back then from Deus Arbor, Lebroy on the inside, Flying Angel, Milan Native and Finger on the Switch, a gap of 3 lengths back to Fitzhenry. And then behind those is Militarian, Champagne Platinum, Ardlethan, a gap to Cuda Panso, and Le Musée is last of all as they now run onto their final circuit in the Fort Warwin Kim Muir. And One Style on the inside, jumping well here in the hands of Lucy Turner as they jump that one. Ardlethan was a little bit wayward, but they're well grouped up ahead with One Style, Thomas Patrick, followed closely by Cabaret Queen, Kilfillan Cross, Plan of Attack right there. Deus Arbor's on the outside. Bob Marler's in the leading 6 or 7 as well. The leading group are followed by Like the Sound and Justice Sting and the King's Writ. And then behind these is Cloth Cap, Lebroy trying to get into the race. Jumped that one well, but has ground to make up. Finger on the Switch is towards the outside, and then Ardlethan further back, Flying Angel, Militarian, and Fitzhenry at the next. The young master didn't get very high there. It's still One Style as they turn left-handed going up the hill with 6 fences left to jump. One Style, Thomas Patrick, Bob Marler, all of these have been handy all the way. The young master over on the inside at the ditch. One Style is just about over there from Thomas Patrick. Bob Marler, the King's Writ is moved into a share of 4th with Kilfillan Cross, Plan of Attack, Justice Sting not far behind them. The young master trying to hold his position on the inside, moving up out wide in the Jigginstown colours. There was Milan Native getting quite close now. Lebroy coming under a little bit of a ride there from Jamie Cobb back in the field. Got plenty to do at the top of the hill with 4 fences left to jump. One Style and Bob Marler now for company. followed by Kilfillam Cross, Plan of Attack, and then on the outside, Gone There, the young master unseats. Like the Sound has been pulled up, still very competitive, heading down towards the third last. From the right, One Style, Bob Marler, Yellow Armlets, the grey Kilfillam Cross, Plan of Attack in the cheek pieces. On the left is Milan Native, just in behind the leaders, Cloth Cap with Deus Arbor as they run down to this third last. One Star was just losing his position and has gone there. One Star falls. Bob Marler now the new leader from Kilfillam Cross. Plan of Attack on the outside. Milan Native is running away. Back on the inside, Cloth Cap and Deus Arbor, the two Trevor Hemmings runners, doing well. Here's Champagne Platinum, the grey, moving into 6th or 7th place now from the back, delivered by Derek O'Connor. A gap then to the King's Writ and LeBroy, who's sticking on, but down to the second last. Milan Native came to take it up. On the far side, Kilfillam Cross. Plan of Attack between them. Bob Marler on the far side in 4th. They're chased by Deus Arbor, Cloth Cap and Champagne Platinum. Milan Native and Kilfillam Cross. Milan Native touches down just ahead of Kilfillam Cross on the far side. Milan Native driven hard, just hanging left a little towards Kilfillam Cross as they race up the hill. And Milan Native goes on by a half length, by a length now to Kilfillam Cross. And Milan Native is